Hello, fifth graders. Today in our math, we're going to take a look at volume with the metric system. The first thing you need to know is that converting capacity of units when you're using the metric system is really just working with powers of 10. So you can take a look here. If you do multiple powers of 10, for example, going from liter to milliliter, you're going by 3 powers of 10, otherwise known as 1,000, multiplying by 1,000. It's more clear in this picture. Take a look here. This is the metric conversion chart that you might be familiar with because it's what we've been working with. Here I've put in the highlight on the basic unit. And you can see if you want to move away from the basic unit, if you want to move to the right, then you just divide by 10 because you're going 1 unit smaller. If you want to move to the left of the basic unit, then you multiply by 10 because you're getting 1 power of 10, 1 unit larger. You can see here, this is 10 units. This is 1 unit, so a deca is 10 units or times 10. A hecto is 100 units or times 2 powers of 10. You could see here 1 power of 10, 2 powers of 10. And finally, our kilo, which is multiplied by 3 powers of 10 or 1,000 units. The same is true if you move to the right of the base unit. You can move to the right to a deci, which you would divide by a power of 10 from the base unit. You can go to a centi and to a milli. Now, if you're going from 1 meter to 1 milliliter, then you would divide by 1, 2, 3 powers of 10, otherwise known as dividing by 1,000. Over here, you can see I've highlighted just each one of these powers of 10 goes up. Sorry the arrows don't exactly line up. It's a little tricky when you're working with PowerPoint. You'll need this information for your context problem today. Here's another way to help you visualize and think about the difference between milliliter and liter. Milliliter, you could see, is very, very small. It's like one little droplet. And a liter would be considered like the size of a Gatorade bottle, is 1 liter. You can think about it this way also. Take a look at these different measuring cups. You might have seen them in science class. 500 milliliters is half of 1 liter, which would mean that 1 full liter is double 500, which is 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. That can be seen also, on our chart here. If we start with 1 meter and we go to milliliter, then that means we're dividing by 1, 2, 3 powers of 10 all the way to 1 milliliter or 1,000 units smaller than 1 meter. Or 1 liter and 1 milliliter, Also, just to note that there are 3 different base units that we're working with here. Length, which can be measured in meters, liquid volume, which could be measured in liters, and grams, which measures mass and weight. Now, there's a difference between liquid volume and mass and weight. Think about a pool. You wouldn't measure a pool in grams, you would measure it in liters. Or a cup of water, you would measure that also with liquid volume, liters, not grams. Now you're going to complete your math proof with this information in mind. Also keep in mind that your math proof is in Google Classroom, and there are also some different types of helpers for you in the assignment. Your math proof says Samantha is using a 2-liter pitcher to serve lemonade to 10 of her friends. How many times will she need to fill the pitcher in order to serve each friend 400 milliliters of lemonade? Make sure to show all your work as best you can, and don't forget the DIMS. That's it for today's lesson. Good luck on your math proof, and let me know if you need any help.